I don't know if you watched the presentation of the findings, but I'm sure you've heard or read about it. Your general thoughts on the committee's work and the report it's presented.
Thank you very much, Nana. First and foremost, I would like to say good morning to your cherished viewers, both on TV and those who are streaming on your social media handles, and the team of City and ChannelOne as well. This has been my house for a long time. And,
we almost gave out your room.
Yeah. Yes, and I believe that my appearance today is going to inform the other media houses that Haruna is in town. Because this is the first place that I'm appearing after long out of service. Yes, very, very sad note in discussing the departure of our 7 Ghanaian heroes who had lost their lives.
8.
Yes, 8 of them. Losing their lives on a very unfortunate incident of aeroplane crash. I believe this is the first instance of which we have such a number dying out of such an incident that we could not do anything about. Actually, I have not sat down to listen to the presentation of the reports, but I've had a course to read from City, your newsroom, flyer, where you have catalogued the number of issues that has been raised in the report, or the summary of the reasons that have been raised in the report. This goes to vindicate the former government's position of acquiring a very reliable, healthy, and a serviceable and usable helicopter for the army, and also for the use of the President of the Republic of Ghana and other officers serving the state Ghana. You know, this had become a political football where propaganda and truth, disrespect, and so much that you can talk about in terms of the procurement and the use of a new helicopter. Today, the final of all what the report has said is the recommendation for the procurement of a new helicopter. You see, Akufo-Addo was made to be looked like he was a devil, he was a wicked man, these was the kind of descriptions that was meted out. Today, Akufo-Addo is alive. He's a former president of the Republic of Ghana. But his decision could have saved the lives of these 8 individuals, very prominent individuals, who have life, who have personality, who would have been contributing to the productivity and growth of Ghana. And one of them who I so much sometimes disbelieves that he has lost his life is Murtala. Somebody that, even though we are in different political parties, I have been seeing so much growth in him and his confidence in terms of how he tackles and deals with certain issues of national development, or even defending his political party. And another person that I'm close to is Limuna. There was something that I did, who that person now is a CEO in this government. I did something, and little did I know that he would call to thank me, because for me, I believe in the truth, and I believe in making sure that people who are in line to contribute to productivity in Ghana, despite their political affiliation, should be given or protected to be able to serve the state Ghana. And I think that before all of us have gone to politics, we have served in public service institutions, and we continue to serve. Everybody has his own technical expertise. So there was a position that was vacant, and it was going to be run through the public service system. And somebody was qualified to go for it. But there was that push for the person not to get there. I came in and said that, no, let the right thing be done. Let the person go, because she's qualified. to get to that state. So the person was sent to that particular office. And
you
I did
never,
in the
merits.
Yes, and I didn't know that it will get to the top of the NDC. And Honorable Limuna called me and said, my brother, my name is Alhaji Limuna, former Agric Minister, former Northern Regional Minister. I said, oh, Honorable, that he just called to say thank you to me.
Wow.
And he said a lot of words. Today, I use the opportunity to also pray for him, that wherever he is, he should find eternal rest, and God should grant them Jannat al-Firdaus. So it's very sad, but
Indeed.
this is where the politics of Ghana has gotten us to. For me and the MPP, we will forever support what will be right and what will engender peace, and what will also support peaceful doing of activities, and also to support our Ghanaian army and officers of Ghana. So that is why in the wisdom of His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, there was that recommendation that we should get a befitting aircraft. And this is where we have been landed. So I have said that the NDC, they are always consistent in their own inconsistency. That is the only place that they have been consistent. They are consistent in their own inconsistency. And today we have arrived at a point that they had argued in opposition. And today it has been seen, but it has caused a devastation which we cannot bring back.
I mean, despite the safety systems that were raised in the committee's report, it also says that the aircraft was declared serviceable and to be in good working condition by flight data records.
Yes, everything was correct. But the point is that, like as we all sit here, when you go to production management, we have our design capacity and our utilization capacity.
Okay. Okay.
And that is why when you are eating, you need to leave a space for briefing. You look at the extent of which the aircraft has been used, even though a clear mark of 12 hours has been indicated for rest, but they have a clear mark of 24 hours. But you ask yourself, these aircraft alone, can it be making such journey consistently or concurrently? So even though it is serviceable, it does not rule out, because there are items that have been outlined that those items are not available in the aircraft. You may ask yourself, if they were available, would it be fit for purpose to be used for that particular activity? Because there are machines that you will be using. You may add on certain gadgets which will not support the work of those particular machines. So though it was serviceable, but we, as a previous government, thought that there was the need to have a more robust, a more usable and serviceable that can protect the lives of the citizens of people of Ghana. Not only the military, but the users who are serving the nation Ghana.
As a country, how should we treat this report and the recommendations therein, especially going forward?
What we have to do is that once this is a report that is coming from a technical view, we must get our acts right. We must also get all the features of a new aircraft that we need. So in getting out the contract, we must be very mindful that we are buying something that is going to serve the people of Ghana for a longer time, not to serve somebody's pocket.
Okay.
So the procurement process should clearly indicate the scope and the structure and exactly what we need, so that nobody should be a benefactor, but the beneficiary should be the people of Ghana. That is what I expect, that all the technical boxes should be ticked right to get a machine that can serve us, rather than a machine that can profit an individual.
Well, we know that, there are 8 families that are still grieving because of the loss of these gallant men. The communication of the report, how do you think they should take it? And should this be the end of it for them? Should they find closure in this report and move on in life?
I believe that government has taken certain steps with regards to how the families should be handled, with regards to their children and whatever that has been left behind. I just hope that government plans of taking care of the children and families and what have you, and all the support services that have been put through should actually be utilized in a very good sense. At this stage that we are, death is something that is irreplaceable. There is nothing that the state can do to console them completely.
True.
What we have to do continuously is to pray for the dead and to also, in our little way, support the family. We should not, as a state, indicate our support for the family for the period that we have given for us to wake up one day and abandon the families. The state should take it serious. Somebody must be very responsible, and somebody must monitor that, and somebody must always report. I expect that Parliament of Ghana should have an oversight responsibility of all the activities that is going to be done. If there are timelines indicative of what should be done to the family, this should be something that should be reported to Parliament, irrespective of which government is in power. Governance is continuity, and these are 7 officers of Ghana. And report to Parliament on the state of the families and what government wants to do should always be checked and reviewed so that at least something better can be done. I believe in what we call continuous improvement, using the self-sigma. So it is something that I will encourage that we work on.
Well, I'll come to the recommendations again, and if there should be any timelines for implementation. But prior to the investigation commencing, when the committee was set up, there were some concerns about transparency, owing to the fact that often than not, when an institution investigates itself, then there are concerns of transparency in there. But it looks like after the findings were made public, there's a general acceptance. Do you think this is because of the magnitude of the tragedy, or is just a restoration of confidence in the military, if you like?
It's the magnitude of the tragedy. Yes. Else, there would have been some questions that would be asking. And those questions that would have been asking, first, the membership, who are they? What is their technical expertise? In which areas that they have worked before? And what did they look at? What was the terms of references? What is the timeline? What were the variables that they were looking at? What is the test conditions? And what are the result effects of what they have done? So, but because it is related to death, and you know, me, from the background I come from as a Muslim, we don't necessarily investigate deaths, because we say that inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
What does that mean?
Yes, from him we come, and from him we go back to. So anything that happened, be it good or bad, we say that it comes from God. So that is why in the tradition of Islamic principles, we bury very faster when the dead passes or when an individual passes. So we don't do much investigation around the deaths. And if we are to follow very critically of what happened, there will be so many questions to ask. But the extent of the tragedy is what we are looking at. And this comes to confirm the reasoning behind the New Patriotic Party, when we said that the extent of the tragedy and what we need to honor Honorable Murtala and the good people of Tamale Central is our non-participation in the elections for the by-elections. So in these particular circumstances, Ghanaians will sit down and realize nobody is even thinking, because there has not been any elections in Tamale Central. Tamale Central has been very peaceful. We have not spent any money in the running of elections. So when you look at the reasoning of the New Patriotic Party, today you come to appreciate that yes, the New Patriotic Party is actually governed by very reasonable people. Our Council of Elders and the national leadership of the party, NEC and Council, have actually thought through, and this has given Ghana a very big beneficiary. We have not spent so much money. We have not had so much disturbances in terms of the organization. Media airtime is not lost because airtime is very expensive.
Indeed.
And this has been saved, and everything is back to state. The member of parliament who have been duly elected per the procedure that has been applied is in the House of Parliament contributing his quota to nation development. Yes, and there's peace. So that's what the MPP was looking at.
On that score, there was argument that it was neither politically nor economically viable for the NPP to even contest.
That was
because
wrong.
You did not have the resources. You are in opposition, and to Tamale Central. I mean, if you go by history, there was no way you were going to win Tamale Central.
It is not factual.
Really?
Yes. Election is won by strategy. And I want to prove you the Tamale Central was once one constituency that we won as Gutyogu Sabonjida. The late Honorable Mustafa Ali Idris was the Member of Parliament for the then Gutyogu Sabonjida until it was divided to Tamale Central and Tamale South. And again, if you take the statistics of the membership of the New Patriotic Party in terms of population, we are muchly being in Tamale Central. So Tamale Central is a base that we think that as a political party, we can win. So if you say that because we cannot win, it is not supported by data and it is not supported by history. Because history tells you that we have won that seat before when it was won. Data tells you that, and any NDC member knows that Tamale Central is our base. And Honorable Mutala himself confirmed that he won the elections in Tamale Central for the 2024 because MPP members voted for him. So data does not support that, and history does not support that.
And also the other angle that you are using it to bargain for Akwetia.
Not at all, because Akwetia, we had taken a decision already that we are going to Akwetia. And the NDC had already taken a decision, and they even went ahead to choose their candidate. How can you be bargaining somebody who has already have a candidate in going into the elections? And besides, we have not even initiated any meeting with the NDC to talk about it, because we have always gone to elections on our own conviction, knowing very well that the people of Ghana would vote for us.
Very well. So the final one on this matter will be on the recommendations, and if you think there should be any timelines for implementation, i.e. if like retooling the fleet of the military, and of course some of the reforms that were mentioned in there. And should we extend same into the commercial airspace?
Well, I've not had the cause to look at the recommendations, because the recommendations is not captured on the flyer that you've sent out.
Right.
Yes, but I think that retooling is key. Retooling is very key, because if you look at the past administration, the MPP government, Akufo-Addo has retooled the security services very strongly. Very, very, very strongly. Even the Ghana police, we have bought helicopters for them.
Right.
We've bought a lot of gadgets, machines, everything, including personnel. So retooling of our security services is very key, and I will support it. I'll be a #1 agent in terms of retooling, because if you look at our security service, all the security services, their major work is within the territorial bodies and within the internal security structure, which has to use equipments. So in many situations, they find themselves wanting in terms of attending to certain national events. So I think that retooling is very key, because we've started that, and there will be nothing wrong for the NDC to do so. But in retooling them, I think that it should not be done just as the president came and decides to go appoint junior officers and send all the senior officers home. We should be very mindful and think through the kind of retool that we have to do, so that it will serve the interests of Ghana, not the interests of one political party.
Very well. Let's move into the matter of the fight against corruption. Yesterday, former MD of Bost was on his way out of the country. We understand he was arrested by Yoko officials at Kotoka International Airport as part of an ongoing probe. But why are you laughing?
Oh no, I'm just.
Yes, we understand he was picked up as part of an ongoing probe. As of last night, when we were closing from the office, we were told that he was still in detention. We don't know if by now he's been released yet. But yeah, Iyoko appears to be doing a lot in the fight against corruption, or if like looking into matters that smack of corruption or corruption-related offenses. This should be a plus for our fight against corruption, shouldn't it?
Well, Dana, yesterday, when we heard it, it came through the National Executive Committee, where this news came, and
the committee was meeting at the time.
No,
okay.
We have our structures in place as to how reports are made to the National Executive Committee, which has to be attended to. Yesterday, when it came, the General Secretary of the party, lawyer Justin Kodia Premfo, called me and asked Haruna, where are you? I told him that, yes, like I told him that I was on my way coming to Accra on Sunday. I made a stopover in Kumasi when the GJ had their meeting, and I had a bite with City, and it became news. It became news on Monday on the fight against Galamsey. So I told him that I'm in Accra. Then he said that, okay, proceed to Iyoko, go and confirm whether Provincial has actually been arrested, and also find out whether he's in good state, and find out whether lawyers have been assigned to him. So quickly I called Director Legal,
that's Gary Nimako.
Gary, and then he briefed me his discussions with lawyer Aiko Otu with respect to legal representation, and I proceeded to Iyoko. When I went, I was told that visiting hours had passed, and I will not be able to see him. So one of the officers told me that I should go into the reception and ask for the case officers. So I went, and they took my records and took my phones, and I asked for the case officer, and they directed me to the one that is in charge of the unit that is handling the case. I went, even though he declined to give me his name, but I know his name is called Frank. I had discussions with him.
Just Frank?
Frank, that's what I heard, because somebody called him Frank.
And he responded?
He responded, but
very well.
he forgot that he has declined to give me his details, because he know I'll mention his name on national television, and I'm actually doing so today. That was his case. He didn't want me to mention his name on national television. You are a serving national officer of government. There's no any breach. There's no any something to hide.
But so, what if it's for his own personal security?
Yes. So we had discussion, and he told me how I cannot see him. He was writing and filling some certain forms, but two lawyers were with him. He did not give me the names of the lawyers, but my earlier discussion with Gary gave me the preview that...
were these lawyers assigned to Provincial, or these are Iyoko lawyers?
No, lawyers assigned to Provincial, but his own personal lawyers, as my previous discussion with Gary premised my proceedings to Iyoko office. So we had a discussion, we spoke, and what he said was that what we should be interested in is to make sure that we should go and be looking for properties to bail him. I said, well, we already know, because that is your modus operandi, and what you will do is what you want to do. But for us as a political party, we cannot go to be looking for properties when you have not even charged him. What properties am I going to be looking for? Am I going to be looking for landed properties or movable properties and what have you? That, of course, you have to be looking for landed properties. That's what he said. I smiled. Then he asked why. I said, oh, no problem. But in my mind, I was telling myself, if I were the NDC, we will be asking our agents, as in those working as CEOs or ministers, or this particular state institution, to be very careful with the kind of bail conditions that they give. Because they will leave government. And when they leave government, practice and precedents will be very key they should know very well that if we don't use the same bail conditions, but we'll use more than what they are doing today. So if I was them, you will be telling them to be very careful in the use of these bail conditions to distract and to let people stay in custody for a long time. Yesterday, I asked for Hanan. I was told that the case officer for Hanan was in court and I cannot see him.
Is Hanan still in detention?
He's still there. Yesterday, the wife was released because she met the 50 million bail conditions. Yesterday, Madam Gift-Owari, yesterday that she met the 10 million bail conditions and she has been released. Her boss is still there. 800 million Ghana cedis bail condition. 800 million, which is more than what has been used to build the Jubilee House. What kind of bail condition is that? But it is good. They have set it. And I don't think that tomorrow, when this is done to them, the media will say that, oh, it is too harsh. They have done it. It becomes the base. It becomes
but you complain that it's not good now. Why would you want to?
But they say it's good. They say it's good.
What is bad yesterday is bad tomorrow.
No, but you've complained that it is bad. But they say that no, it is not bad. Use it. So if you can use dirty spoon to eat, tomorrow when they give you the same dirty spoon, don't complain that it's dirty. Don't. Use it and be very happy to use it. If you don't even take time, we'll give you a rusting spoon. Very rusty spoon. So if I were them, we'll ask them to hasten slowly and stop. We are not doing religion here. We will do same to them.
Really?
Yes.
That's an assurance.
Yes, I'm telling you. If they don't stop.
But
we're not practicing religion.
So how many, or if like NPP-related persons are in custody now?
For now, Honorable Asibi is there. Hanan.
Asibi, so NSS, National Service.
Yes. Hanan is also there.
Buffer stock.
Buffer stock is there. The wife is left. Gifty is also left.
Yesterday.
I don't know about the Signal Bureau. I don't know whether. Yes.
No, I'm not sure it's in detention.
So for now, these are the people that I think Gifty spent 20 days.
20 days?
20 good days. Just because of bail condition. Not any matter of law, but bail condition.
But this bail condition was set by the court, not Iyoko.
Who sent it? Who is the prosecutor? Who are the case managers? Is it not the same court that set 150,000 for the warrior?
The MP.
The commander and chief of the warriors who can attack national security operatives. 150,000. Is it not the same court that freed the illegal by-election that happened in Accra? What's the name of that by-election? Ablekuma. Is it not the court that says that, okay, yes, you have done this, you have headed a woman, you have dehumanized people. Okay, we are slapping 6,000 on you.
They went through the process and they were fined.
Yes, it's not deterrent enough. Is it not the same court that says that we are an animal farm under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? The same court that we are in animal farm and we are not equal when the Constitution says that everybody is equal before the law. Is it not the same court? We are beginning to lose the moral fiber and to lose confidence in judgment systems.
If you look at the quantums involved in the alleged crimes, you don't think these bail conditions are justifiable?
Which justification? If you read the law, I'm not a lawyer. If you read the law, bail conditions are not supposed to be as high as it is. It should not be a condition that should be used to keep somebody in custody. People can be bailed on their own.
Yeah, self-recognizance.
Yes, self-recognizance. And that has been done in many situations. So you should not use bail as a punishment to keep somebody.
You think that's what's happening?
That's what is happening.
Being weaponized
because we are not being prosecuted. We are being persecuted. We are not being prosecuted. we are being persecuted.
But the matters need to be investigated, and sometimes you need to have the suspect in custody to be able to aid in investigations.
If you need the person to be kept in custody to be investigated, you don't use bail condition. Go to court
and seek remand.
And seek remand.
Wow. So Oscar, the former Bost MD, is still in detention as we speak?
Yeah, he's still in detention because we're told by the lawyers yesterday that there is no way that they will be able to release him. Yes. And what is very critical here is that he doesn't even know that he's been banned from traveling outside the country.
He didn't know he was on the stop list?
Yes, he was not. He's not aware.
It wasn't communicated to him?
Yeah, it wasn't.
But did he know he was under investigation?
But they've invited a lot of people. So if you go under investigation and you are on a stop list, they will take your passport.
Well,
you will be clearly informed. You must know, like Wontumi case.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It was very pronounced. He's not aware. So if I am any member in the former administration, I should be going to immigration to check if
you're on the stop list.
Yeah, if I'm on stop list. Because look, this government is bent on using every strategy to embarrass former government operatives.
You think it's just a strategy to embarrass?
Yes.
These people, don't they have questions to answer?
Are they interested? Are they interested? Since the inception of our governance system and the accusation of corruption, there is no any convicted member of the MPP has been corrupt. No single MPP member has been convicted by a competent court of jurisdiction as being corrupt.
Really?
No single person. But under NDC, many of them have been convicted and confirmed by competent court of jurisdiction. So instead of them, in 2009 when they won, they said that they were going to jail our people. What happened? Asama Boateng and Co. What happened? A lot of other members of the party, they could not proceed because they didn't have the facts, they didn't have the evidence, and they were all left the hook. Today, they don't want to do prosecution, and that is why the Attorney General decides that I am going to decide my case in the media, pronounce them guilty before I go to the courts. So that once the law says that he who says that you are corrupt must prove. He would now, you the person that has been accused, now will be pronounced, and then you have to now come and prove.
So you've turned it around.
Yeah, everything has been turned around. Today, if you are a chief justice and you transfer your staff, you can be removed. Today, if you are a chief justice and you benefit from your condition of service, you can be removed.
Your travel policy.
Yeah, your travel policy, your own travel policy. You benefit it, you can be removed. Today, if you make a recommendation is not to be accepted. It can be rejected.
Not binding.
It's not binding. If you make a recommendation to the president, you can be removed. These are the three reasons.
But are there no processes for such recommendation? Why didn't it go to the how do you call it, the legal counsel or the legal counsel?
There is no any law that is being cited in the report that making a recommendation to the president for appointment of judges is wrong. Law has not been cited to say that in such a recommendation, when you make it, you've gone against article this and that. There is no law. Secondly, transferring your staff has due process in the report that recommended for the removal of the former the chief justice, that is Araba Justice Tokono, did not indicate any provision of law that the transfer was not binding in law, and something untoward was done.
Was this transfer just?
That was left for them to prove to us that it is not. But that has not been proven. Again, condition of service that is binding. that you benefit from your own benefit.
Owing to the sanctity
Not
of
only
that
you,
office.
not only you, other chief justices who have passed have benefited from that. Then you are removed from office. And then only to turn around that you will not appoint judges to the Supreme Court. You went against them. And then you came and appointed plenty. And went again to implement what they did in their law conference, their lawyers conference, which Rashid Tanko Computer participated. He was in that conference. That when they said that they are going to take away the Chief Justice and encourage their lawyers to join the bar because they will send them to court.
Did they say they were going to take away the Chief Justice? Their lawyers were only encouraged to avail themselves to serve on the bench.
The NDC communicators have made this very known. And if you check, you will get it. Because I know that your research department can check, get people who have made this commentary.
The NDC has a number of fine lawyers. They were only being encouraged to avail themselves to
the
serve
kangaroo
on the
judge,
bench.
the animal farm judge, has been promoted. The judge who said that in the event that the parliamentary candidate for the MPP for the 2024 for that Abelikuma election, in the event the person wins the law case, will be compensated. Which law?
Right.
Which law? That judge has been promoted.
But of course, if it's time for he merits the promotion, why not? Are we going to? But then let's go back to Iyoko and then the arrest of the former boss MD Provincial. Do we know if he's been charged with anything?
He's not been charged yet. Since up to yesterday, to the time of closing, he's not been charged.
Then why is he being held?
Yes, that is the biggest question. Very pregnant question.
He remains in custody.
Yes,
no charges
no
preferred
charge,
against
yes,
him.
Yes.
Does he even have an idea why he's being investigated?
Not really. Not at all. No any idea. Because the lawyers briefed us. They briefed us and he has not been charged. The officer I met told me that he has not been charged yet.
Well, there seems to be a departure from an earlier stance of the MPP that we had seen, especially when these arrests started. You stopped massing up at Iyoko. What informed that?
The way he was picked, nobody even know. Everybody, that's why we went in there to take information, get to know, get the guidance, get the lawyers to go through some of these things. When he demands massing up, we'll do so.